if we change colors this time? Well, let's close up what we're not using. Okay, and let's see what other colors we have. I'm going to leave this out because we like this for the stem. And what do we have that will look good on a pumpkin? Well, let's try. No, that might be a little too dark. Well, let's stick with pumpkin pie again. Cleaning off my aqua painter. I'm not squeezing it. Just cleans it off a little. Pick up some color and apply it to the image. Pick up some color and apply it to the image. More color. And some more color. I'm turning this so that I can kind of go with the natural lines and shape of the pumpkin. And that way the shading will look more natural. Pick up some color. Now, you know, watercoloring is not supposed to be an even technique. So if you don't go to the line exactly, it's okay. If you go outside of the line, it's okay. And I think that's my favorite one. Now, let me give him a little stem. Looks good. Color in some of the leaves. I'm loving it. And then I'm just going to go over the vine to give it some color so that it has a real watercolor look instead of pencil drawing. And this is where when you go outside and off of the line, it gets a natural look to it. Looks just like watercoloring. So here's our first, which is a good example of not so great. Here's our second that we thought wasn't great but looks a little better, and here's the third. So sometimes you just have to practice, and you eventually get to the look you like. You learn to control the pen. You learn to control the ink you're picking up. And now, while we have these colors out, I think we're going to use, this is a repeat. We're going to use that, and we're going to try now to do the sunflowers that I used. These are the colors. We're going to use, amazingly, the same colors. We have Stampin' Up, Pumpkin Pie, Stampin' Up Old Olive. We're going to use Close to Cocoa in the middle, and we're going to start out painting the sunflower in So Saffron. We already have our ink on the lid. Same technique, clean your brush off with your hands. Just go like this. Don't squeeze too much water. Give it a little brush if you like, and start to pick up your color. And paint your sunflower. Okay, now these areas are a little smaller than the pumpkin, so you have to have a little more control, but remember, with watercoloring you can go out of the lines, and it's okay if you don't fill up the whole space. And look at that, already in less than a minute the flower is almost painted. Here we go. Okay, I kind of like the coloring in that one. I think I'm going to give it just a... I'll try this. If we don't like it, we don't have to use it. I think I'm not liking it yet. I think I'm not liking it yet. No, I'm not liking the orange on there. But I'll finish it up because you just never know till it's done. Okay, I don't know if you can see the colors that are taking on here, but I'm mixing the yellow, the pumpkin pie, and the So Saffron. Those are two popular colors with Stampin' Up. The cardstock is beautiful as well. Okay, I don't know if you're able to see the shading, but I think maybe this is like that other pumpkin. Didn't think I was going to like it, but now I kind of do. So here we go. We have our... I'm being careful not to squeeze my pen because then it will discharge water and we'll just have a big mess. Look at how easy that is. 2 little strokes and there you go. The leaves are done. And I'm going to finish up the stem. Okay, now we have the centers. You can always hit into them with your arm or your hands and you can ruin a nice project. Okay, now you know how the center of the sunflower is always a brown color because that's where the seeds are. So I'm going to clean off. Let's close this up. And once again, clean that off. I feel a little too much water on here, which means I must have squeezed my pen. I have about a half a filling of water there. And I'm going to pick up a little color and apply it to the center. Here we go. Now you see, I thought this sunflower was not going to be a favorite of mine. And as the colors are setting and drying a little, I'm seeing that I really like how the So Saffron and the pumpkin blended together. Okay, there we go. We have a beautiful sunflower. So we have 3 pumpkins, my favorite, my least, and maybe. There's a difference in the detail here. I went over the vine. Whereas, look at this. This is just like a pencil drawing. And just that little bit of ink gives it a finishing touch. Here we have a sunflower. And now you know the technique for using an aqua painter with ink pads on regular cardstock.